So I just learned something, that the third Monday of January is actually supposed to be the saddest day of the year. So supposedly some scientists or some math people came together and they decided that they were going to make a formula to figure out what day of the year was the saddest day of the year, and they came up with the third Monday in January as being the saddest day of the year. But why? Like how? Well, first of all, I'll put that little formula right here for you. I'm not sure what it means. I'm not sure how to decipher that. I never claimed to be a mathematician, but there's a few things that go into it, and some of the things that they said was it's when people realize how much debt they're in because of the holiday season. It's also from people realizing that the holiday season is over and they're no longer around their friends and family, and you know, Christmas time is their favorite time of the year, mine too, and then all of a sudden you don't have that time of the year anymore, and it's cold, it's January, you know, going on February, and it's still cold, but there's a bunch of reasons why. And actually this article that I read went on to talk about it actually being a hoax, and that it was actually a travel company that came up with this idea so that they could get people to realize I'm sad and I need to travel somewhere warm. So with all that said, is there some truth still to this being the saddest day of the year? One of the other things that it said was that it was 21 days typically into the year. So you know how they say 21 days makes a habit? Well, if you possibly made a New Year's resolution, hope everybody did, that's the time that you would break it. That's the time where you realize I failed. So I'm sure you guys have seen it. There's a bunch of like gym memes. This is what the gym looks like in December, and then this is what the gym looks like in January, because most people, they make their resolution based around fitness. Not most of them, I'd say all of them. Everybody has at least one fitness goal along with financial goals or relational goals or other goals like that. But how do we beat this meme? The meme that says in February the gyms are empty, in December the gyms are empty, but in January they're packed because everybody's trying to change their lives and accomplish this resolution. I came up with 3 things that I would do personally, and things that I do when it comes to a New Year's resolution, and or just anything that I resolve to do, and how to accomplish that. The very first thing I would do is you have to tell somebody. If you have maybe an addiction to something, or you're trying to change some sort of habit, if someone else doesn't know about it, they're not going to be able to help you change. So let's say you're trying to stop eating chocolate cake specifically. Now if you tell somebody, hey, the next time I eat a piece of chocolate cake, I need you to slap it out of my hand.
What you want me to do with this? Eat it? Happy birthday to the ground!
So that I don't eat it. Now you got somebody that knows what you're trying to do and can call you on your stuff when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So if no one knows, and if no one is helping you, how in the world can you accomplish something on your own? You have to have somebody, a partner, somebody to help you accomplish that goal. And with that, when you have somebody that's going to be helping you, you have to actually give them permission to say, hey, when I'm doing, you know, fill in the blank, whatever it is that I want to stop or start doing, I need your help. And by having that help, you're going to have an extra layer of accountability, an extra layer of protection, or an extra layer of whatever it needs, rather than just yourself. If just yourself could do whatever the resolution was, would you be making a resolution now about it? I don't know, just a thought. But I would say it would be great to have somebody help you along the journey. The second thing I would say is the reason why it's super packed in January and not packed in February is because people often think that whatever their issue is, especially weight gain or fitness, can be fixed at a very quick rate, and that the results are going to show up overnight. When you make this type of resolution, or any type of resolution, that resolution has to be resolved on a daily basis, not just January 1st, and I'm going to do it this week and then everything's going to be okay. It's something every day when you wake up, you've got to choose to do again. It's kind of like they say falling in love. You can't fall in love, you have to choose to be in love. So every day, like with my wife, every single day, I married her 15 years ago, but every single day I have to decide to love her again and again and again and again. Otherwise, it's a promise that you made years ago, and now you're not holding yourself to it today. So every single day you have to decide, if it's fitness related, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna do my workout, I'm gonna eat the right things, and I'm going to be around the right people. I'm not going to eat at XYZ restaurant, but I'm gonna place myself in situations that are going to make me successful in order to accomplish my goals. What I've watched do, and I've actually done this a few times myself, when I want to do something really fast, you kill yourself. The very first day you do it, you kill yourself, and then guess what? You've exhausted all your muscles, and then you're super sore, and then you can't go in the next day. So you're like, oh man, I'm got to take 3-4 days off. And that's not going to create that consistency, the repetition in your life that you need in order to get there. Just do a little bit at a time. You can't gain even anything in one workout. It's going to take hundreds of workouts and years of effort and consistency. And actually that brings me to the third thing, is be super consistent. It has to be, actually it's kind of like a segue or a part 2 of part 2, but consistency. It has to be something that you resolve to do every single day, even when you don't feel like it. And the days that you don't feel like it and you still do it, that's when you're gonna make the most gains. That's when I know I've made the most gains, because you end up actually having a really great workout, or you have a really great day because you decided to do the things that were hard. And now that little part in your brain that lived, that said don't do it, slowly dies away, and then the part that starts flourishing is the part that says, hey, just do it, you're gonna like it, just do it, you're gonna see the benefits from it. So you got to kill the old man off a little bit, the man that says, or the lady, whoever it is, that says, hey, you can't do this, or you don't want to do it, because that's the one that you've been feeding, or that we've been feeding all of these years, and we're in a place now that we didn't want to be. So that person has to, you got to put off that old man, that old lady. You got to let that one die out and become a new person. So hopefully with those 3 things, a little bit of accountability, a little bit of consistency, and resolve every single day to do whatever it is your resolution is, you can get your result that you want. So if you've quit today, I know it's like almost 4 weeks into the year now, if you've quit today, guess what? Tomorrow you can resolve to continue to do it again. Or maybe today, maybe you're watching this in the morning, and today is the time that you can do it. So get back on that horse, proverbial horse. I've never ridden a horse, but get back on the horse and try again. You're going to be more successful the more times you are consistent and you try to reach the goal no matter what. We can make this year our year, right? It's going to be our year. It's going to take some action, but we can do it.